What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Seahawks Coast to Coast. I am Joe Stevens. To my left is a very sick Zach Talks Hawks. How are you doing?
I'm doing as well as a sick guy can do, but I'm pumped for what we have on tap. And yeah, if anybody watched this show for my soothing voice, you're not going to get it today.
Yeah, I know really nobody's watching yet, but also I did have a baby on Friday. Um, she's happy, healthy, a week old today. So yeah, first dad life.
Yes, congratulations.
Does my internet seem better than ever before?
I mean, we haven't had any problems, so there's that. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not like lagging or anything.
no.
I'm so freaking happy. So, you guys, before we get to anything, Zach has a flu. I had a baby. Yesterday, we are supposed to do a show at 6. I downloaded this Wi-Fi adapter because my internet was so bad before for my computer. It made it 10 times worse. I've been having to do the shows on my phone. So I Walmart deliveried a new computer to my house. So it is connecting to the internet well.
Yeah, really pumped for all the additions that Joe is getting in his house, whether it be a precious baby or a precious computer that can actually function
Baby
in
computer.
2026.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. No. Yeah, no, she's been awesome though. And so is the computer so far. So everything's going great.
Yeah.
How about you? Any New Year's resolutions or anything big happened lately?
I don't know. I've been sick since Tuesday, so it's kind of a grind, and everything's all just kind of blurred together. My whole family's really been sick since like Thanksgiving, so it's just this is the worst of what we've experienced, and so it's if anybody's getting news over like this crazy flu strand that's coming out of New York, it makes a lot of sense that it's now here on this coast in Pennsylvania, and yeah, I'm just thrilled. So
Stay the hell away from here, dude.
Yeah, not planning any trips anytime soon.
We don't need you Easterners coming over here spreading your bullshit. I heard you East Coasters started COVID, dude.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably out of New Jersey.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know anything about New Jersey other than Snooki and DJ Pauly D. So
it's the armpit of America.
Yeah, I don't know much about it. But yeah, other than being sick, all good.
Yeah, for the most part, I guess. It's just I don't know. This has kind of been my whole life all week, so lots of snot.
To be fair, if I didn't know you and have never heard you talk before, I just think you sound like a wise old man.
Oh, nice. So you called me old last week on the show, and now you're saying I sound old on this week's show. So
you normally don't.
I think that's my New Year's resolution this year is to just appear younger to Joe.
To get younger. That's how it works. There's this guy that I get beer from every time at the Seahawks game, and he's like special. And every time, like he knows my name at this point. He still checks my ID, and every time he goes, "Wow, still haven't gotten any younger." I'm like, "No shit, this is a pain in the ass," because I do Apple Pay, so I have to reach into my back left pocket, grab my wallet, unfold it, grab my ID out, and give it to him every time.
If that ain't a first world problem, I don't know what is.
Yeah, right. I want to say what's up to McNiner. Thank you. Let's not go 49ers. Let's kind of, I think some of the turnovers will definitely be needed to be talked about. I kind of took notes on this game because I was driving a baby home for about half of it from a hospital. So I did take some notes on this game. Unless you have anything else, I guess we can get into the Seahawks Panthers game.
Oh, buddy, put the show on your back and let's get rolling.
Okay, I'm just gonna start with some notes I had. I guess we'll start with the first thing. I did text you, and I said Sam Darnold rolling to the left, pass batted down at the pass tip to the line of scrimmage, almost intercepted. I'm not sure why they're doing this. Why they roll him out to the left on like every play action play. It's kind of infuriating. Um, because he is going across, like he is running the opposite way of his arm. So there's that. There's just second note would be even though it wasn't picked and there was another near interception the next drive. Like I said, rewatching this, I said this before the show. Rewatching this, I really only took negatives away for like 3/4 of the game. So there's too many turnover worthy plays lately that Sam's having because even though they're not intercepted, there was 2 balls that should have been picked. Actually, 3, including one in the fourth quarter. I don't know if you remember that. The defensive lineman almost intercepted it, but Jalen Sundell actually had a nice pass break up that play. I don't know if you remember that. Let's see. Next drive. So that was the first drive. Next drive. Should have had him stopped on third down, but they called pass interference on Witherspoon. I don't know if you remember this. Do you remember that?
I do.
I thought that was a horseshit call. I don't know about you, but they go, "Oh, there it is," and it's like, "What? What did you think of that?"
I mean, it was. I know the announcers. They talked about it, and it was one of those deals where, that kind of it's ticky tacky. Didn't really. In their minds, it was like, well, contact like that's been going most of the game, and here they are calling it. So yeah, I have opinions about Carolina Panthers games. I'll get on my soapbox here in a little bit.
Yeah, I know I texted you about that. What did I say? I was being a smartass about him like the whole time. You're like, I hate Panthers games.
Yeah.
I don't exactly remember what I was saying to you. I think I even commented on your Twitter because I opened Twitter and you said something, and I'm just being a jackass back to you. Like we said, McNiner, we will talk about the turnover worthy plays. Kenny, if you stay, we will get to our picks. We'll get to Purdy as well, and then. Wife is a Hawks fan, and I'm a Niners fan. This game will be stressful. I mean, on the bright side, both of you guys are going to the playoffs, so I wouldn't be too worried about it. Sam Darnold might have a short attention span, so I don't know. I know you're being a smart ass, but we talked about this before. He has a short memory, at least, because he's not one of those quarterbacks. Once he throws a pick, you're like, God, don't go back out there, because he's not afraid to fit a tight window after he does it, and he's not gonna like let it get him down like Geno did for the majority of his career in Seattle. So, anything? Sorry, I know his voice is really messed up, guys.
This is gonna mess up with your whole rhythm. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll add stuff when I can, but yeah.
I'll add stuff when I want.
Yeah, when I want.
We're on Zach's time today. He bailed on me Wednesday. I bailed on him Thursday. We both came together on Friday, and he is not feeling good. So, let's see here. I have the next drive was the near interception where the defensive lineman really dropped that ball because Sundell broke it up. But that wasn't a Darnold turnover worthy play. Cup dropped it and it just bounced up in the air. So that's why I wrote in here, it's not just Sam Darnold with the turnover worthy plays or being careless with the ball, because later in that same drive, because that was an interception, Kenneth Walker clearly didn't catch that ball, and I don't know how replay official. It worked out for us. He clearly didn't catch that ball and just dropped it and recovered his own fumble, but it set us up for 4th and 1 and didn't get it. So I guess I call it a wash. But just being too careless with the ball. And obviously, I think we lead the league in turnovers, right? To be 13-3 and lead the league in turnovers is pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, I agree. It's one of those it's one of those narratives that, I feel like Hawks commentators have been talking about it all year. It's like, man, like if they can just fix this, they'll be unstoppable. And I mean, they've lost their games by a total of 9 points, and that's it. Like, that's all that's separating this team from being undefeated at this point, in spite of this massive flaw of they can't hold on to the football. So, like, the upside right now is huge if you just take care of the rock and
start out faster.
Yeah.
It seems like their game plan, like, I didn't really say this, but this has to go with the first drive. Carolina was bottom quarter of the league in run defense, and we start the game and it's pass. I don't know if you saw that or noticed that, but it's like, okay, I get the running game isn't our strength. I rewatched it today, so they did say the Seahawks are 21st in the NFL in rushing offense. They're not dead last. I mean, go out there and take advantage of what they give you, and they kind of did throughout the second half. And I think that's kind of why they pulled away. But this offensive, the offensive script for the first couple of drives lately, every game, it's like, what are we doing? Like, are we not paying attention to who we're playing? Because obviously we're not taking advantage of their weakness. We're just like, oh, just throw it to JSN first play of the game.
Yeah, and I think I would like to hope that the general public is not smarter than the Seattle coaching staff.
Oh, for sure. We've talked about this. Obviously, I'm not.
And like Matt Hasselbeck talked about it earlier this week. He had he had somebody he was talking with. There was an interview going on. One of the main. I'm sorry, I'm fighting through a lot of brain fog.
Why?
Why? The guy that the famous actor, not Chris Pratt, but the guy who's like the bad dude on The Walking Dead with the baseball bat. I forget his name.
Negan.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that guy, he's a big Hawks fan. They were interviewing him earlier.
No,
this
Chris
week.
Pratt is who you're thinking of.
No, well, I know Chris Pratt's also a Seahawks fan, but it's definitely this guy from The Walking Dead.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were like, oh, not Chris Pratt, but yeah, no.
They're like Seattle's got a couple famous actors that are in their bag, and this guy was like, out of everything we've seen out of this offense, we have not seen them like cut off the top with both JSN and Shaheed. And he's like, I'm just kind of waiting for that to happen. And they haven't even tried it. And I think the general public's just kind of waiting for the playoffs where it's like, here's this tool that we've sat on since the trade deadline. Now go and defend it. And I'd like to think if there's a plan to make that happen, it's now. Like you're going to, like, this is a playoff game. You're gonna wind up much better if you win the game. So I am looking forward into that first drive. Like, here's this new wrinkle that we haven't shown anybody because it looks like Shaheed's a go. And
yeah, I was gonna say we'll get to it in injury news, but I'm pretty sure because that was a pretty big loss, I think, especially in the first half. I don't know if you noticed, JSN ticked off that play and it was not the defender's fault, but I get in the heat of the moment, he's like, God damn it, dude. Um, but yeah, some other notes I had other than turnover worthy plays. Notice that Cam Akers was returning kicks on Sunday. I didn't even notice that until after, like until I rewatched the game. I'm like, oh shit, that's Cam Akers. I wrote this down. This has nothing to do with the game, but I am sick of on-field coach interviews. Like this is the NBA. I hate it. It just irritates the shit out of me. Just let the coaches do what they have to do, and then after the game, talk to them all you want. I don't know if you have a take on that or
Yeah, it kind of feels like old school XFL out there. Like you want to be able to like get in the moment and hear from the coach. It's like this is the NFL. Like leave them alone and let them do their job.
yeah. Well, they started doing it in college first, and I go, can you
Yeah.
imagine if they did that to NFL coaches? Because I thought they never would, and then they do it. It's some dumbass question every time. What do you got to do to fix this in the second half? It's like do what who was that reporter that got do what Aaron Andrews did? Just make something up, right? I don't know why people were so upset about that. Who cares? They're like, oh, they just gave some generic answer, and the coach didn't really say that. It's like, did not affect my viewing whatsoever. So we will get to your comments, guys. I'm sorry, we're not used to having this chat this full, and I had a feeling we were going to have the chat this full this week just based off who we're playing and who I've done podcasts with before. So Zach, I don't know if you know this, but a lot of these guys I have done podcasts with before.
That's okay. We want to have them here. I'm glad I'm not 100% to give it all back to them. So I think they picked a good time while I'm down, so I can't get on my soapbox against them. So
we'll
yuck it up.
We'll get to the 49er stuff. I just God, just I can't open Twitter this week. It's like Oregon week times 10. I just you think the Ducks are the worst on Twitter, and then you care about something the most. I care about the Seahawks the most. And to see some of the shit that their fans are saying, it just makes my blood boil. The color red, I hate the color red. Just everything. We'll talk about it. It is rivalry week, and it is a very important game. So, I did write down Anthony Bradford still sucks. He was getting beat quite a bit. That at this point we've bitched about him every game. What's really gonna change, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, when we talked about the center position getting healthy and the idea of shuffle in the line play, apparently that wasn't a good solution. And Bradford's still out there. I just saw that it looks like we are going to wind up getting Lucas back for the first playoff game. So no matter what happens this week, we're going to have to soldier on without him. But his backup's been pretty good over the last couple weeks. So
Butch Jones.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. So
you mean Cross is still out, right?
Or Cross is still out. I'm sorry.
Okay. In my head, I'm like, dude, I just watched this, and I swear I don't remember him going down.
You're gonna have to, keep picking me up, Joe. It's gonna feel like a Saul show.
Well, today I was like, dude, I'm on my P's and Q's this week. I rewatched it. I took notes. So, yeah. Let's keep going a little bit. I think Charbonnet's chunk runs. I think what we saw from Kenneth Walker with his chunk runs last week is what we saw with Charbonnet this week, and that was really nice. Not having K9 do all of it. I wrote down Darnold's pick was bad. So I originally watched that. That's the last play I watched in the hospital before I took my baby home. And I watched it, and I didn't have the sound on, so I thought, oh, his foot was out. And then we left. And then I look on my phone, and it was a pick. And I rewatched it. I'm like, what do you mean his shin was down? His right foot was out of bounds. That was a pick. And it looked like JSN had, after rewatching, JSN had no chance in catching that football whatsoever. It's like when the coach says, put the ball only where your guy can catch it. He did the exact opposite and put it only where their guy could catch it.
For sure.
DeMarcus Lawrence forces a fumble the very next play and recovers it. I I thought so. They ran an end around with Kenneth Walker right after that. I thought they were trying to get too cute. I did like the use of JSN in the backfield. I don't know if you noticed that. They did that quite a bit during the game, just to kind of get him. Oh my god. um, uh, just to get him lined up against favorable matchups. Julian Love totally baited Bryce Young with that interception that he had, and then kind of last couple notes is I thought Ty Okada has been playing open field tackling amazingly. Like I thought that really gritty plays he's been having. Um, and then the 3rd and 21 face mask kind of ended the game where JSN oh, by the way, they totally didn't call a face mask earlier in the game. I don't know if you remember that.
No, they did not.
Anyways, just complaining some more. Last drive, back-to-back sacks by Mafe and DeMarcus Lawrence. They go for it on 4th. And then I thought it was nuts how I can't remember the last time I seen a team with 3 minutes left on the clock get in victory formation, kneel the game out. You had a turnover on downs, kneeling the game out, and then the winning team has to come back out in victory formation and also take a knee.
Yeah, just kind of like beat them into submission. That was really impressive to see.
So I've been talking to friends. He's like, I hope we see that same thing again. Because let's be honest, if whoever's losing, if they're down by 3 scores, right? Whoever it is, the Seahawks, be it the Seahawks or the 49ers, don't get yourself hurt before next week.
No.
Which I guess will take us into injury news. I don't know if you sorry, I know you're kind of sick today, so
it's okay.
Go ahead.
What injury news?
I'm counting on you, dude.
Oh, you're counting on me.
Yeah. This is, I guess, to be honest, I've always counted on you for this because I had a shitty computer and I couldn't look stuff up at the same time as being on stream. So from now on, I will be able to do this. Let's get some comments while you look that up.
Yes. Okay.
Let's go. Rivalry uniforms. Yes, they suck really bad. I think your guys's are awful, but I think ours are actually worse. Sam Darnold, the ghosts are out. Let's see here. Niners and Seahawks both played similar in Carolina, which is interesting. I think, Kenny, I want to talk about this. Not against Indianapolis, though. Why couldn't you guys score in that game? Well, we could when it mattered. I don't know if you saw that at the end of the game. I think the Hawks take this one. Oh, I did write this one.
Read the screen. I don't have ears in right now.
Oh,
I needed a headphone change.
Sorry. I did write this one down. I don't know if you can hear me, but I think Barner's kind of turning into a tight end that we've never really had before. And I'm really excited what Barner can do, not just this year, but in the future. Can you hear me by chance? No? Hello?
I still can't hear you. You need to keep carrying the show, bud. Your lips need to be moving.
You can't hear?
I can sync my
my
earbuds in.
So, the 49ers, it looks like Trent Williams.
Sorry. Didn't expect my headset to die. Get that out of your way. There you go.
It looks like Trent Williams will be out this week, from what I'm hearing. Tight end George Kittle, also from what I'm hearing, will be into the game. Haven't heard about anything about Ricky Pearsall and Upton Stout or Keon White. So I don't know if Zach can hear me or not, but
I'm back now.
Okay, sweet. I hate this. I just want to say, for Browning's Wild Side, I really appreciate that, saying that for a 49ers fan watching content ahead of this game, we're doing a good job. So we do appreciate that.
Yeah, even though I'm not 100%, but yeah, it looks like big one for Seattle is going to be Charles Cross. Really kind of hoped he would be back, but in a game where you touched on it earlier in the show, hey, you're going to make the playoffs anyway. I think hedging your bets and keeping him out is probably smart. There's a bigger prize down the road that you're going to be hunting for. And out of these two teams, Seattle's the one known for going on the road and actually competing well in football.
Yeah.
So, if we lose, then it's kind of our MO, and that's fine. I'm going to start feeling it, Joe. Here we go. Kobe Bryant is doubtful. We talked about Okada and how he's been able to just sort of, seamlessly come into this defense. I really thought that I'd missed the Kobe Bryant injury a lot more on this team. I know earlier in the year, I thought he was hurt, and I thought it was like the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
But I hold him up, and I hold him against like Nicky Memori, and I'm like, man, like I really thought at the beginning of the year losing Kobe Bryant would be a lot worse. But Memori is definitely by far and away way more valuable for this defense. He's kind of like the linchpin that makes it all go, and we can kind of survive without Kobe on the field.
Which is nuts because he's a rookie.
Yeah.
And he was playing with some fire on Sunday. I don't know if you saw, he was kind of jawing after the play a couple times. There we go. A couple times. I do kind of want to get to this comment because I've never seen this guy here before. But Aztec 074 from your channel comes in and saying, "You all scared?" He also said, "No red hair chump has won anything," and then he says, "I know you are scared about Sammy Boy freezing under the bright lights." I don't know if you guys realize this, but Sam Darnold had a game-winning drive against you guys, basically, to where Bosa did Bosa things to end that game, right? But where's he right now? So where's Fred Warner right now? We did watch you. Like, I'm not here to be a dick and talk shit to the chat, but we did watch you guys against the Bears on Sunday night, and that made me feel a lot more confident. My new computer's a touchscreen.
And you just learned it.
Yeah. But we did watch them against the Bears on Sunday night, and I felt a lot more confident about the Seahawks exiting the Bears game than I did going into it.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is I fucking love, sorry for my language. I love this guy, Aztec 0074. Do you know why it called the 12th man? Because outside of 12 real fans, the rest are bandwagons. Bang, bang, Niner gang. I like your energy. I will admit this. I enjoy the energy. I think this guy has the best comments of all day. This entire show.
Yeah. So I think at the end of the day, he brings up here in the chat, you're saying you're lying if you're saying that you trust Darnold. He breaks under pressure. I don't think this is something that these guys really understand. And I mean, I'm not here to bash the chat, but if the chat's active, I might as well have fun. If Brock Purdy has the games that Sam Darnold is used to having, do you really think the 49ers are going to win 13 games? Do you think your team is good enough to win 13 games if Brock Purdy plays like Sam Darnold? You don't.
No.
You don't. Because at the end of the day, football is way more than just your quarterback. And everybody's saying it. The Seattle Seahawks are the most complete team in the NFL, and they have one question mark. And as long as that question mark's still there, guess what? The other pieces of this football team is more than capable often to make up for his mistakes. I don't have to be confident in Sam Darnold. I'm confident in the defense, in the special teams play, which we've seen on a number of occasions save this team multiple times throughout this season, be the difference maker. These people that are all wrapped up in one person. I mean, if you want to get wrapped up in one person, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Mike McDonald versus Brock Purdy. If that's what you want to start hashing out, Brock Purdy has won 2 games against McDonald, and he has 2 losses. And he has 6 passing touchdowns and 7 interceptions.
Well, and
go ahead.
Let's talk about all the game-winning drives that Darnold had this year. I mean, I can't I can't forget to mention that he almost had a game-winning drive against the 49ers the first time, had a game-winning drive against the Cardinals, game-winning drive against the Colts, game-winning drive against the Rams. I know I'm forgetting some because he's put us in the position to win these games late in games. And I like it. And then he says, please, we don't understand, dude. We had him. We know what he is. And he played good for you guys. And that's why he got a chance in Minnesota.
I really like Andy's comment here, tying it over to baseball.
Where?
Seahawks, that one. Seahawks basically have the best bullpen and starting pitching in baseball terms. We just need our lineup to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
It's a complete game. And just like in baseball, like if your offense struggles, your pitching can keep you in the game and come up clutch at the end. That's what this team's been doing all year long.
I'm sorry, Aztec, but the fact that should we worry about Kendrick Bourne? I'm sorry. The fact that you had a Kendrick Bourne in there, and then somebody else said, "Who do you have? Walker, JSN, and Barner?" No, it's like, I'm sorry, you guys don't really have weapons either. I think these teams are pretty well matched because I don't think either team has a lot of weapons, but I think the Seahawks defense is going to dominate. Yeah, Aztec, we will be here after the game. We will be here next Wednesday, and feel free to come on. If we're wrong, you can say it, but if we're right, come back on anyways and say hi. What? Yeah. Anyways. I did want to bring this up because I think I found my new favorite 49ers beat reporter, and he always was my favorite because he got into a fight with Javon Kinlaw a while ago. Javon Kinlaw said his nuts is bigger than yours. I don't know if you remember this at all. Let's see. Props to this guy. Let's see here. Sorry. One more. This guy, Grant Cohn for Sports Illustrated. Why the Seahawks will lose. This is the San Francisco 49ers beat reporter. Why the Seahawks will lose, or why the 49ers will lose to the Seahawks in week 18. And he's not a very positive Peter, I'll tell you that. I kind of read it, and he's just pointing everything wrong with the 49ers. And things are going good with the Seahawks right now. And then we get to the argument of Sam versus Brock. And you can look at these stats right here with 15 yards downfield. Brock Purdy has a 0.3. What is that? Expected points. What is that? Expected points added. per play with a 64.8 passer rating, 3 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Sam Darnold over double that with a .78 EPA, 101 passer rating, 10 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. I think a lot of that has to do with the 49ers defense, or 49ers offense is kind of dink and dunk compared to ours, where it's more of the scheme and not the players. I don't think their players are very talented other than Christian McCaffrey, but they get put in good positions. But yeah, if you want to talk Darnold versus Purdy, I mean, right here, this is 15 yards downfield. Darnold obviously dominates the conversation, right?
Yeah. I mean, scheme matters, and it's not a secret that team's going to revolve around McCaffrey. And if the running game happens to hiccup, they're going to swing it out to him. And, in the flat, it's going to be an extension of the run. He's obviously their most dynamic playmaker. I think with Kittle back, I think that's where you're going to see number 3 on defense really earn his stripes. Imawari is going to have to be the tight end killer that we hope he schematically can be, and this is going to be a huge test for him because Kittle's very, very good, and we've talked about in the last few weeks how our linebacking core in pass coverage, they haven't been great, and it is historically a problem for Seattle's defense to cover tight ends. So if you dink and dunk over the middle,
I mean, unless it's Cam Chancellor against Vernon Davis, right?
Well, yeah, but I do want to keep it in the here and now. It's hard for rivalry week to not do that, but a lot has changed, and I think at the end of the day, I saw it at one point. Stop using Pete Carroll's defense. We have moved on from Pete Carroll, man. Like if you are trying to find Seattle fans that are loving Pete Carroll, you will not find it here because
I love Pete.
I mean that long to have him back now.
Yeah, no.
With the whole reason why Mike McDonald is our head coach is to stop your guys' head coach and the Rams head coach. That's it. That they were the cause. He's the effect. And schematically, we have that Swiss Army knife now to fix what was our biggest problem on defense, covering tight end play. And he's done a fairly decent job here down the stretch doing that. It's going to be a big test this week versus Kittle.
Well, yeah, I get where the 49ers fans are coming from, not really watching the Seahawks closely like we do, right? Just like where I'm coming from, not watching the 49ers closely like I do the Seahawks. But if you haven't watched the Seahawks closely and you're a 49ers fan, just think about what Jamal Adams was supposed to be. Why you guys were supposed to be afraid of Jamal Adams before he was an absolute asshat and a bust, right? He's kind of that guy. He stepped up. He's a leader. He's a rookie. And it's impressive. I do. Are you good for moving on with this one for now?
Yeah.
Because one of the 49ers players made me laugh here. I don't know if you saw this at all, but Diamador Lenore said he wants to cover JSN one-on-one all game, no help.
I did.
What an idiot. I mean, I'm sorry. We're acting like he didn't have 9 catches for 124 yards against your defense in week 1. This guy's talking over here like he's prime Richard Sherman. You know what I mean? I don't know, because he used to do the same thing to DK. And DK had some good games against him. DK also punched him in the face once. But trying to get under JSN's skin isn't going to work the same like you got under DK Metcalf's skin. He'll just brush it off and put up $150 on you. And I kind of think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. One of the comments talked about Saleh and his defense, and I think Saleh's bounce back to this was actually really insightful. He gave a a pretty detailed response about, if he does trail JSN, then this is what that means for the rest of the defense. And is that something that's practical for his style of defense to go out and do? And I have to say, he didn't cut it as a head coach. I think anybody going to the Jets, though, has an uphill climb.
I don't think that was his fault.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought I saw here in the comments too, like you can't put the Raiders on Pete Carroll either. It's, very similar situation. But Robert Saleh as a defensive coordinator is a very formidable foe. So it's not like it's going to be a walk in the park or anything like that. But I do think at the end of the day, if you do move JSN around, which Seattle's kind of been preparing, you talked about it in reference to last week. They've been moving him around. They've been putting him in the backfield, making him run running back routes. They've been just trying to get different angles and stuff working on him. That's not going to be like this quote cannot happen with what Seattle winds up doing with JSN. It's not simply we're going to put him over here on this side of the field, and then we're going to put him over here on this side of the field. He can go anywhere and get those mismatches against linebackers. That makes this quote impossible to actually happen.
Yeah. This guy likes to talk a lot of shit, though. I mean, he's done it before with DK. He got under, I'll give him credit. He got under DK's skin like crazy. But if you guys think that Jackson Smith and Jigba has the temper of DK Metcalf, you're surely mistaken, because he'll just, like I said, he'll just shut up and put 100 yards on you pretty easy. So
yeah,
I
agree.
Yeah. Also, you're gonna have to worry about Rashid Shaheed running around. I think we talked about it a little bit earlier. I think he's gonna be a key in this game. I think we're gonna. I don't think you see. I don't think you'll see Jackson moving around as much this game as you will Shaheed. So, yeah. Also, one thing I love about JSN, by the way, and I don't think this is brought up enough, and really this whole team in general, they are for each other. I don't really see one selfish player out there anymore. I don't know about you, but whenever a guy's having problems, like nobody had to come to Shaheed's rescue when he had that concussion, right? But who was right behind him? JSN, right? So it's just, this team is really tight, and it's kind of nice to see that.
Yeah, we're all about vibes on this.
Big vibes,
by the way. So
Aztec, I like I said, I love your passion, but the fact that you guys had to sign Sky Moore, or trade for Sky Moore from the Chiefs is really saying something. I want to say thanks to Rob Anderson. I really do appreciate it.
Yep, new dad over there. Woohoo!
Dad life. For those of you who don't know, we have been trying for 5 years. It's been like a long journey, and yeah. And I hear her crying right now. She's hungry. So, good thing that doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm the diaper changer. So, let's see what we got. Anything else you want to talk about the 49ers? I guess we didn't really even talk about it much.
I mean, look, it's you gotta. I would say, you got to start early and you have to fire off the blocks early. But Seattle's been a second half team all year long. And I mean, we said the same thing about the LA game, and look how that turned out. So you obviously don't want that situation to happen, but they are built that if they are down early, they can come back. And I think my question to Niner fans would be, you went toe-to-toe with the Bears last go-around, and it was back and forth the whole game. Do you feel like you need to do that against Seahawks? Or is there a situation that exists where maybe we are up by 2 scores or by 17 at halftime? And how alive do you feel going into the second half? Because us Seahawks fans, like, we just call that another football game. Like this team has been battle tested. Like when you're punched in the mouth, like they get back up and punch you right back in the mouth.
Mhm.
And maybe this is just like, I don't pay attention to 49ers like I do the Seahawks, but I can't really remember too many games that leap off the page where the Niners were multiple scores down and they got back up and they punched their opponent in the mouth. Not saying that it's impossible to happen, but I think us Seahawks fans would be much more confident if that situation happened to us versus the likelihood of, man, do you think if this defense like smells blood in the water, how likely do you feel that you can get up and punch them in the mouth?
Yeah.
Because
Well,
is this the kind of defense that's just going to keep punching you? And I just think that this is what this defense is built for, really. So I'm excited.
well, yeah, and then let's not only that, but this team has won in so many ways. I mean, they've won big, right? They've blown teams out. They've won ugly games, like against the Colts, right? Um, they've won comeback games, i.e., the Rams game. I mean, they've won in just about every way, and the only games they lost were close. And just a couple plays away from. I mean, the first Rams game we lost, we put our kicker in a position to kick a game-winning field goal. Um, yeah,
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, it is going to be a great game. I don't think anybody's like running away with it or nothing like that. But
see, David, this is where I have a problem.
yeah,
If you're expecting the offense to kind of save you this week, and we're friends, but this would not be the case. This is not the week you're looking for your offense to save you.
yeah. I just, there really isn't a scenario that exists that I think this is going to wind up looking like a 49ers Bears game. I think it's going to be a knock 'em out, drag 'em out kind of fight
By both
And-
teams.
by both teams.
And it's strength on strength. It's their offense against our
Yeah.
defense, which is the strengths of our team, and it's our offense against their defense that are the weaknesses. And ever since week 1, I think their kicking game has gotten a lot better with they cut Jake Moody after we played them, right? And they've had that new kicker that's been decent. But yeah, no, Aztec, like I said, I love where you're coming from, but I'm feeling the exact same way about you guys, and I think you guys haven't really paid attention to how good the Seahawks have been.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think pretty good there's got a point. Seattle better not do what they did against the Colts, score only field goals. That's a very real point. Aside from the banter, where if there is a area of concern that was X amount of weeks ago, it was, man, they got in the red zone and they just sort of fizzled out.
And it wasn't.
But
it
now,
was like near the red zone. It was from the 40 to the 20.
But now, I'm looking at this offense, and the last few weeks, AJ Barner's really caught on. And I'm not saying he's like a George Kittle, but I'm saying he's a pretty talented dude, and he can make some noise. It's like Seattle offensively for the first run of their year. If you've watched our show, our biggest complaint was, man, it'd be really nice if this offense didn't have just JSN. And now, like, last 2 weeks, running game from 2 different guys really emerging. Last 3 weeks, we're getting really good tight end play. We're talking about like Shaheed taking a bigger step into the offense. It's not just one guy, and we're still winning games. So it, like, the more you kind of widen that net, the more opportunities I think the star on the team, JSN, offensively, is going to wind up having. And I think they are kind of primed and ready for this matchup where they are a lot more complete offensively, schematically than what they were before. So, yeah, I mean, you can reference like the first week of the season, but it's a much different team now than what they were before. Now, granted, their biggest problem is still their biggest problem, and that's Sam Darnold needs to hold on to the rock. But they've more than made up.
Not only him though. That's what we talked about early in the show. It's the entire offense. Like it's the Kenneth Walker looking ahead before he actually secures the ball. It's the Cooper Cup. I mean, that would have been an interception on Sam, right? But that is, I mean, he hit Cup right between the 1 and the 0. That's not a Sam interception. I think honestly, the interceptions, and I know this is going to sound dumb, aren't as well. Some of them lead to interceptions. The batted passes at the line of scrimmage, that's I think
the worst.
My biggest fear. And we saw San Francisco do that against the Bears on Sunday night, where San Francisco, I think they're like last in the league in sacks or something. They said they were like 31st in the league in sacks, maybe. But them getting their hands up, that's one thing that Sam really needs to work on.
Yeah, I agree.
To be fair, yeah, somebody's like, you guys got taken over by the trolls. I do love these guys. Like Jason right here. We had definitely we met up a couple times Seahawks games. He's from Seattle. Yeah, I talked to these guys.
Yeah,
I like it, but I like their energy. I love coming at me.
Yeah, I'm just along for the ride. It's fine.
One more for somebody said ask the Vikings, right? This guy. And 1 second here. I think that's what Sam Darnold did when he was with the Vikings against the 49ers.
Yeah.
So,
man, look at you sharing stuff on your screen now.
Dude, look at me, dude. You
can do anything.
Yeah. With a stable internet connection, anything is possible. But yeah, I think we touch on it. I think it's just strength on strength. I think the Seahawks win. Captain Nice says Drunk Joe's the best Joe. Well, it depends how drunk is the best Joe, because I saw Jason at the Steelers Seahawks game. Do you remember that Pete Carroll's last home game? And I did indeed drink too much. That's probably the most I drank in the Seahawks game. Want to say what's up? Another person I actually see at the games a lot is Seahawks Eddie. How's it going? We kind of talked about this. Josh Jones will be replacing him.
Yeah, and he's played pretty well. I mean, it's about as well as you could ask for from a backup, and he's very serviceable. And it was announced today that he'll be back for the first playoff game, no matter what the case is after this week. So just kind of hedging their bets for the future. I like that call. Well, what do you have next on tap? Let's try to pry ourselves away from the chat here for a second. Let's get I know this is new territory for you, trying to lead the show here, but you're a dang show. But let's go.
Yeah, no, we what was it? There was one last thing I did want to bring up here, and it's gone. Oh, Saturday night. You didn't like it, the game on Saturday night. I actually liked it.
Oh.
So do you want to I get the Seahawks played cross-country game last week. The 49ers played Sunday night, so it's kind of even. Why do you hate Saturday night, I guess?
I just think, it's kind of like in the eye of the beholder, what you want to prioritize for that Sunday night slot. And I would like to think from like a unbiased point of view, like the 1 seed in the toughest division for that division title has more grandeur to it. And it's a big rivalry game, but if you flip it, versus the one that landed on Sunday night. It's also a big rivalry game.
Yeah, but they're both like 500.
Yeah, exactly. Two
think-
middling teams. You get the perk of one going on and one going home. I just think this scenario with our squad has more of a stage to it, and that should have been Sunday night. But it's the networks wanting, you're either moving on or you're going home. They want that like playoff game before the playoffs. So
I think Captain Niner said it here. The reason I like Saturday is for whoever loses, say the Seahawks do lose, we get an extra day to prepare for the playoffs. We get an extra rest day. And likewise, if the 49ers lose, they get an extra rest day too for the wild card. And I think that's why I loved the fact that it was on Saturday night. But then again, I'm pretty confident we win this game, so I don't think it matters too much. But that's why I like it. Say we do lose, right? We get 8 days rest instead of that 7. No, I like that. But yeah, another reason I think they put the Ravens and Steelers are on Sunday night. I think it's the Seahawks. Okay, so the Seahawks 49ers game has kind of a positive energy, right? Whoever wins gets the number 1 seed, gets a bye. Whoever loses, they still make the playoffs. But we'll have to go to either Tampa Bay or Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. The big news is going to be Mike Tomlin or John Harbaugh being on the hot seat. You know what I mean? I think that also has to do with it. So
yeah, I agree. And, it's just in the eye of the beholder. And I just feel like this game deserves that final slot. But it don't matter.
But still a primetime game. Everybody will be watching. I don't know. I don't hate it. I just like that, like I said, extra day is nice. Let's see. What else do we got? Do you want to get to one piece of news? Sorry, I know today's been a long show and you have the flu, so I apologize that. But Philip Rivers is officially retiring after this season. So I don't know. That's kind of a shocking bit of info. I don't know how you're going to survive after this season, if you're still going to be a fan of football or not. But
yeah, I think it might be time to admit, Joe, none of my takes, none of my old man takes really took at all this season. And
what was your hot take last week?
I don't know if we did hot takes last week.
Because I could have swore 2 weeks ago you got it because you're like, the Seahawks are finally going to have a 100-yard rusher. Part of me felt like you said they're going to do it back-to-back, but I could totally be wrong. So you might have been right with last week. You guys will have to go back and fact check me. I could just be giving you credit for no reason.
It might be on last week's episode. If it is, it's like one of the last things we do in the show. So if anybody in the chat can bebop over there, find out what our hot takes were last week, that'd be great. I can't imagine it's not something associated with Old Man Rivers, because I was like, I really wanted Old Man Rivers to win, man. And
yeah. Do you wanna pull it up, or you want me to this week? Because I am willing and able.
Go ahead, you pull it up.
You have no idea how excited I am.
That you get to run the show that you made. I know, it's
Dude,
wild.
We made this. Shut up. You're such a jerk, dude. One sec.
Oh man, I do want to fact check Joe here just for a little bit. When Joe plucked me out of the YouTube abyss of, I used to be fairly active often on YouTube, and then Joe DM'd me one day and was like, "Hey, I really like your stuff. You want to be on my show?" And I looked at Joe's stuff and I was like, "Yeah, I think that'd be cool." And we did this for a little while together. but I was always on his show, on his channel. And that's why I'm always like, Joe, this is your show, because is at the end of the day, that's the origin story. It wound up being on his show. And so whatever Coast to Coast morphed into over time, now that we have our own show and it's on both of our channels, at the end of the day, if anything goes wrong, it's Joe's show. So every time the internet craps out, it's Joe's show.
Hey,
And
if something goes right, for some reason, it's not my show.
yeah, because I'm the one pulling the strings.
I'm gonna be honest, you're gonna have to pull this up.
You can't even do it. Oh my gosh. All right. I got you.
So, anyways, Aztec, I'm Joe Stevens 39 on Twitter. If you want to do a show together, hit me up.
Just don't take my slot.
Yeah, we can't have you on Seahawks Coast to Coast, but Joe, worst host ever. Thanks, dude. And you can't even spell my name right. That's Jow. Jow is the worst host ever. I fucking hate you. I hate you guys so much sometimes. So first it's like me and Zach arguing with the chat, and then he's like, you know what? Joe does suck at this. Let's join in.
This chat ain't so bad. Are you gonna pull up my screen or what? What are you doing? There you go. All right, I gotta do everything around here.
Dude, you sound like an unhappy housewife right now. What's up, Rock Man?
He spelled my name wrong, so stop whining.
What's up, Anthony Torres? We're getting a lot of new people, and I freaking love this tonight.
This is great. This is part of the show where we wind up doing our picks. I'm just gonna take over. I'm just gonna kill my throat here. But
your voice is sounding good. I love it. This is
everybody's like, who's this like dark and dashingly sounding Morgan Freeman type over here? It's like, no, man, like you need to go pull up some old episodes to get a true vibe on what I actually sound like.
He may look happy, but inside he's very dark and twisted.
Yeah.
This is the part of the show where Zach says the game, and then I say why, and then he says he disagrees or agrees.
Yeah, these are our picks for the week. So let's go down the list here. You guys in chat can pick along. We're gonna go through every game and see where we land. All right, tomorrow at the 4:30 slot, we get the strange matchup that now has another game depending on it. If it ends a certain way, yeah. I mean,
if it ties,
well, if there could be a 3-way tie at the top of the NFC South, and it'll go to the Panthers. So there's a chance that the Bucs can win and still not make it. So let's take a look here. Panthers on the road playing Tampa Bay.
I gotta admit to you, I'm rooting for the Bucs here because I think it'll be funny to see a losing football team make the playoffs, but this has to do with my hot take, and I'll take the Panthers.
I am also taking the Panthers because if you've been paying attention to the show, for any of you who are new, I am the guy who notices the trend. The Panthers are great one week, terrible the next week, and last week was their week to be terrible, and they were terrible, and now they're going to be great. So
hey, I'm picking. You know, the Panthers lost the coin toss last week too against the Seahawks, right?
Yeah.
Just saying. Look at their record when they win the coin toss. It's really good.
Save that. I'm picking Carolina. Skipping this game. I'm sure all of you are heartbroken, but we save our Seahawks pick to the end. For any of you who are new, by the way, Joe always picks the Seahawks, and I'd rather be right than be delusional.
Stop. Trying to give my pick away before the show.
Just saying. I would like to think these guys know you at this point. The Colts with no old man Rivers
No, I think he's playing.
No, he's not. They're starting
Richardson?
No, they're starting the kid from Notre Dame.
Oh, Riley Leonard.
Yeah. And they're gonna be taking on the Texans.
Yeah. The Colts have no way of making it in, right?
Nope.
Okay, give me the Colts. Just cause.
Just like a dagger in my heart. I'm picking Houston. I think they put it together here. Their offense looks really shaky. They got to figure it out here going into the playoffs. But that defense is really, really good. So, yeah, give me the Texans.
Sorry, can I read one comment? I know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh shoot. Joe not only always picks the Seahawks, he also picks whoever the 49ers play. Yeah, I think there's a pattern this year. I think I've never picked them. No, I picked the 49ers one time. Remember, because I was like, I'm done picking against them because they're doing good, and then they won. I was like, screw it, I'm back to picking against them.
Sunday at 1:00, we have Shooter playing against the Bengals.
Yeah, give me the Bengals. They look like they're having fun playing football again.
I know, it's crazy. You win a football game, you have fun again. I am picking the Bengals as well. This game matters a lot more than This game matters a lot more than what people might think. If the Buccaneers win, they're still not safe. They have to wait for the winner of this game in order to pave out the playoffs. Saints with
So if the Saints, sorry, good thing I'm not on my phone this week. Look at that. So if the Saints win and the Buccaneers win, the Panthers still get in?
I think so. I think that's how that works.
God, this is so dumb.
They're like in crazy tiebreaker, kind of like what we were last year. In order
with the
they're like way down the line in tiebreakers. Saints, surprisingly, with Tyler Shuck, have 6 wins. Now playing Kirk O'Chains and the Falcons.
Yeah, give me the Shuck, dude.
I'm also picking Tyler Shuck. I really liked what I've seen out of them. So, yeah, give me the Saints. In a game that could only hurt Green Bay's morals here, Green Bay on the road playing against probably a quarterback that had net 3 passing yards last week in the Minnesota Vikings.
To be fair, Jordan, yeah. Sometimes I call Jordan Julian Love, and people will be like, who are you talking about? Jordan Love is not playing, I guess, regardless. And he cleared protocol, and I think that's why I'm picking the Vikings, because I believe it's Malik Willis.
I am also picking Malik Willis. He's going to try to go get a bag probably from the Jets next year. So I think he's going to ball out.
Wait, you took the Packers?
Yep.
No, I'm taking the Vikings.
Oh, you're picking the Vikings.
Yeah.
You just said you were going to pick Malik Willis.
I might have misworded myself, but I'm picking the Vikings. Sorry. I might have said that wrong. I'm picking the Vikings because Malik Willis is the quarterback of the Packers.
Wow. So you're going to pick Max Brosmer and his net 3 passing yards to beat the Packers.
Dude, look at what Max did against us. He looked good. He threw for a touchdown. Ernest Jones scored it, but that's okay.
Titans on the road playing the Jags. I don't know. I think the Jags still have an outside shot at the 1 seed. So, they're going to be starting.
Call me crazy. I know these are all divisional matchups, but the Titans win in like weird weeks. Like they only have 3 wins, so nobody of it. Yeah, I'm picking the Titans just because.
This is where I catch up to Joe in our pool.
Hey, last pick'ems of the week. Zach can't hold anything back now.
I'm picking Jacksonville. I I think they have a very small hope for the 1 seed. In a meaningless game, Cowboys playing the Giants.
Once again, going with the 3-13 team, really just messing up the draft. Not really, but yeah, give me the Giants at home.
Yeah, I'm picking Dallas.
I
This
know.
is I can't believe what you're doing here, but I'm there's a little explanation there. This is crazy.
I can't believe what you're doing here.
The NFC West's favorite punching bag, the Arizona Cardinals, on the road to play what now looks like a very human and vulnerable LA Rams team.
Yeah, so call me crazy. I'm picking the Rams. I'm just kidding. McVay said they're playing all their starters. I'm picking the Rams.
I am also picking LA. I thank God you came back to your senses there.
To your face when I said that. Now
All
here's where you go off the rails because I'm picking the Chiefs. Go ahead.
The Chiefs on the road versus the Raiders. You're gonna pick the Chiefs.
You think they're gonna mess up their number 1 overall pick, don't you?
Joe thinks I am a certified Chiefs hater. I'm not. Joe called me a certified Chiefs hater when I picked the Titans to beat the Chiefs a few weeks ago. And I'd rather be right than petty. And I was right. And this week, I'm picking the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are going to win against the Raiders.
Also, I think it's hilarious how like Raiders fans are like, we're getting Mendoza. And it's like, Mendoza sucks. Like, sorry, he's a really good college quarterback. But so is Charlie Ward, you know?
Another meaningless game. Although we talked about this last week, I feel like Marcus Mariota in backup time has really proven like he's still got some juice left in that tank. Commanders on the road playing Philadelphia.
Eagles.
I am picking Washington in this game.
You mean Washington?
Washington. Yeah. Yeah. I'm picking the Commanders. There's just something weird about the Eagles right now that it don't look right. And this has got a collapse written all over it. So I'm picking Washington.
Although I think we can agree with the 49ers fans in the chat. And you know what, the Seahawks fans can kind of agree with this. I've seen Eagles fans in like comments of Seahawks and 49ers posts. They're like, yo, they don't want to see Philly on the road. And it's like, no, I kind of do. I kind of prefer to see Philly on the road rather than any other team from the NFC West.
I think the stat is like the Eagles haven't beaten the Seahawks in like 8 years or something like that.
Yeah. Well, just like they're like, you don't want to see Philly on the road. It's like, actually, I would. Like, I'd prefer that over actually going to Green Bay, I think.
Yeah. Dolphins with Quinn Ewers playing Mac Jones, whatever. Oh, flu, fog. Oh my gosh. Drake May, and the New England Patriots.
The Patriots, but I could see. So my friend did a slow sim of the Dolphins rebuild, and Quinn Ewers like took over. I guess he's pretty good.
Yeah, like generational quarterback. I need to post those pictures. Actually, they are on my Twitter, so you can go find me over there. Or well, some of you don't because some of you are mean, and I'm not like Joe.
What do you mean?
I don't got thick skin. I'm sensitive. Yeah, I'm picking New England here in this matchup.
Yeah, the NEP.
Huh?
The NEP, New England Patriots.
Oh, okay.
The NEP.
These kids and their lingo. Lions.
Dude, you're 3 years older than me. Shut up. Now I can say that.
Lions playing the Bears in what could be a game that I think would serve Chicago well to win it, getting some momentum back, getting into the playoffs.
Who'd have thunk that the Lions were going to be the team eliminated in this game and the Bears were going to be the one that locked up a playoff spot? Um, you know, give me the Lions in this game just because this feels like a Dan Quinn game, just a meaningless, we're already out, but we're not giving up type of game.
I'm picking Chicago. I think they bounce back. Their offense is humming right now, and if they can figure out any kind of defense, they're going to be a tough out in the NFC. So, give me Chicago.
Yep.
This is a bigger game than what some might have expected going into the year. Broncos looking to fend off any chance of losing the 1 seed. They can do it by taking care of business at home against the LA Chargers.
Is Herbie playing? Part
Uh,
of me felt like he was out.
I want to say he's out. Let me bring that up here.
Well, their injury report doesn't answer all of the Broncos questions. So
there we go. Chargers wire.
I guess Chargers are David McNew says Chargers are sitting their starters.
Oh, well, that answers that. Thank you.
Yeah. Give me my favorite two pals, Bo Nix and Sean Payton, the super best friends.
The super best friends. I am, I'm going to pick the Chargers. Something's been off about the Broncos over the last few weeks. So, yeah, give me the Chargers. I know they're sitting their starters, but I need to see the Broncos play 4 quarters of football.
And coming up next, the game of the week, the Jets and the Bills.
This is the game that my buddy's going to be at.
Oh, right. Yeah. So we're both picking the Bills, right?
Yes.
Your buddy's a Bills fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm picking the Bills.
Yeah, we're going Bills.
Yeah, I'm excited. Last regular season game at here, and are they? They're just. I can't believe Josh Allen missed that throw to end the game against the Eagles. I don't know if you saw that at all.
And then, so obviously, flashbacks. So I'm watching that game and I'm having flashbacks to us going for 2, right? And then he misses it, and I'm thinking in my head, if Darnold did that, I'd be so pissed that we went for 2 and didn't trust our defense to go stop the Rams.
For sure. Then we have Sunday Night Football. Winner go on to the playoffs. Loser probably going to fire their head coach. Ravens playing the Steelers.
Yeah, Ravens. Go ahead, Pennsylvania boy. Go ahead.
How dare you put that evil on me? I'm picking. Look, there's got to be some old man out there that leads his team to the playoffs. I'm picking Aaron Rodgers. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yep. Nah,
right.
Let's get to the important game. We're both taking the Seahawks. I'm picking the Seahawks. They're 2-point favorites right now. Vegas has them as, so smart pick by me. If you're betting, just take the Seahawks money line.
I'm also picking Seattle. I think it's going to be an awesome game, and we can get out of here.
Yeah.
Do you have a final score prediction for this game? I know we don't normally do that here on the channel, but the chat
not since last year, really, right? Last year was when we kind of did final score predictions. 27-17 Seahawks.
27-17. I think it's going to be 24 to 20. Yeah. I just kind of that bend don't break mentality of this defense. It's kind of going to be one of those deals. It's going to be a field position game. They're going to wind up trying to get in the red zone, and what opportunities Seattle has, they're going to wind up putting them together. There's not going to be a lot of opportunities, I think, just because I really don't think we're going to get the production out of the run game that we've seen in the last 2 weeks that we're like, oh yeah, we're really starting to roll.
Oh, I don't think so either. I think we're going to have to rely on Jackson, and I think in the absence of the run game, I think you pointed out earlier, I think Shaheed's going to kind of have a bigger role in the absence of the run game.
Yeah, I just feel like if there is a week to unleash what you really brought Shaheed here for, it's this week, and nobody has a game plan on that. So, not saying that like Robert Saleh can't figure that out on the fly, but it's going to be a wrinkle he's got to have to adjust to, and I think that'll be the difference maker. It's just the 49ers have done a really good job this season, in spite of their injuries, to be in the position that they're in. But Seattle has that card up their sleeve yet that they haven't played yet. And I would like to think that the coaches are smarter than the fans. And if the fans are saying, hey, this is the week where you kind of unleash this weapon that you got, that you haven't used the way that everybody thought you were going to use, it would be now. So
I like this guy. Unleash the Kraken and Shaheed.
Yeah. It's got to be a good game. And I don't think any team runs away with it. I'd be really, really surprised if it was a blowout either way. I just don't think there's just not. You think about the first week of the year, it came down to Bosa doing Bosa things at the very, very end.
Robbie, I don't think you've watched much Seahawks football, because if you think you don't score on every possession, what time is the game? Fucking sorry, Robbie. Google it.
It was just up on the screen. It's 8:00. Good people time.
8:00 where the game isn't. Go ahead.
Prime time. Hot takes for this week, Joe. You said you had one.
Yeah, so you probably didn't notice it, but when I made them. But mine is that so there's 3 games for the division this week, right? The NFC West is up for grabs, AFC North and NFC South. I think all 3 road teams win, and all 3 road teams win their division. So that would be the Seahawks, Panthers, and Ravens.
Whoa. Look at you putting thought into a hot take.
Thanks.
That's a really good one.
Thanks.
Yeah.
God, you're making me blush.
My hot take, as I'm trying not to run a fever actively on stream, is I think just trying to go over these games real quick in my head just to see where I want to go. There's a couple like pretty decent spots. I think because we've talked about him before, I'll double down on him. I think Quinn Ewers gives the Dolphins something to think about going into next season with a performance against the Patriots. I don't think they win, but I think I don't think the Dolphins are going to be as desperate to get a quarterback as what people might think.
So what's nuts is the Hurricanes actually offered Quinn Ewers like $3 million in NIL to play quarterback for them this year, and he passed that to make 800,000 playing quarterback at the Dolphins. It is nuts that Quinn Ewers is playing starting quarterback at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, and Carson Beck is starting at quarterback for the Hurricanes. It's pretty nuts how that works. The world works in mysterious ways when it's college football is involved, because nothing makes sense right now. So
Nope. Not at all.
All right. Well, anything else?
Not really. Not anything. Not anything in terms of the show. Thank you, chat. I mean, you guys have been crazy.
Yeah. Zach doesn't like you guys. I like you.
My gosh.
I like your feedback, Zach. Zach's a real negative Nancy. So
wow.
He has the flu.
Yeah. Yeah, just everybody stay safe. It's this flu strand is not good, but if I'm willing to bet, most of you are on Joe's side of the country, so you'll be okay. But this thing is awful.
Yeah, he's been dealing with it. Like I said before the show, we didn't really have anybody here before, but we were supposed to do the show on Wednesday. We do the show on Wednesdays, and then he bailed Wednesday because he's like, I'm sick, I have the flu. And then I bailed yesterday because my internet didn't work. And then today his voice sounds way worse than it did yesterday because I tuned into your dynasty video. Also, whoever's on my channel that's not subscribed to Zach and you're still here, make sure to go ahead and do it. It's Zach Talks Hawks on YouTube, one word. So yeah. All right.
Thanks.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you on Wednesday. Win or lose, come back.